A very good evening to everybody. My name is Agnes De Cruz Rajesh, and I'm a corporate trainer. And I've been in this field for about 10 plus years, and I'm very happy today to introduce my dear friend Elvis, who is also a very highly effective corporate trainer with over 8 years of experience. Started as an IT analyst at IBM. Elvis transitioned into education and training, working with organizations like Baiju, Kotak Education Foundation, and the Government Skill India Initiative, training MBA students and associates across 50 plus colleges in India. Elvis holds numerous certifications, including Certified Corporate Trainer, Certified Soft Skills Trainer, Certified Master Trainer, and Certified NLP Practitioner. His diverse academic background spans from BE, human behavior, psychology, public speaking, and Indian and Western philosophy. As the founder of IAAM, It's All About Me Training Services, Elvis's motto is "We just don't serve, we empower." He brings us a unique blend of rhetoric, storytelling, humor, and research to his sessions. His dynamic style, featuring case studies, simulations, role plays, and gamification, ensures highly engaging and informative training. Elvis is committed to bridging the gap between theory and practice to support new trainers. He has just hosted a 10-day magic training program online that started on the 11th of July and ended just yesterday, sharing his valuable toolkits and insights. The recordings of these sessions are available on the IAM YouTube channel. Do visit them when you can. And I'm really happy today to welcome Elvis D'Silva to this evening's interview.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction, Agnes. I'm really glad and happy to hear these kind words from you.
Thank you, Elvis. So let us begin. Elvis, I would like to know, how did you get into training? And you say you are a B8, right? Can you throw some light on this?
Yes, Agnes, I completed my engineering in information technology. That is, by qualification, I'm a software engineer. But I tried hard to learn coding, but my code always had errors. And I tried very hard debugging them, but I never had the interest for that. But I always had the interest of, even while engineering, I would conduct lectures. I would take, like in engineering, we have 6 units. So I would take 2 units from our professors and request them, could I take these classes for the students, for my friends in the class, and they would happily give it to me. And so always my interest has been into educating, into, delivering. So that is what I'm good at. I love studying about human behavior, human psychology, and everything that is related to human being personality development and these stuff. So that is how I came into trainings.
Oh, that's wonderful. So you say they say that teaching also interprets into better learning, isn't it?
True,
So I
true.
think that's what you have been applying. Okay. So what, according to you, are the basic qualities needed in a trainer?
Primarily, I would say the basic quality is that of a good heart to serve people. A trainer should be, a lover of people, having that desire, having that urge to help people out. So that is a basic ingredient, the basic quality, the foundation that a trainer needs. Yes, the toolkit and all the degrees and certificates and all that are just add-ons. But primarily, what I feel the basic thing a trainer needs is this virtue, like this innate quality of helping people,
Absolutely.
and that is what a trainer should look out at. That he should have this thing in him.
Okay, great. So, along with the aptitude and the desire to train people, technically, what should a
Mhm.
trainer be equipped with? Like, what are some of the biggest challenges you faced when you transitioned from an IT role to a training industry? And what are the learnings you got from this?
True, that's a good question. So yes, having passion is okay, yes, but along with passion, just passion is not enough. I need to also have the skills for that passion. So a trainer should be he now. What is a trainer basically? We need to understand that first. A trainer is not a lecturer. A trainer is not the one who only gives knowledge, because knowledge today is very freely available. You just go on Google, you just open your chat GPT, and enough of details, enough of knowledge is available. So what differentiates a trainer from a lecturer or such platforms from where knowledge is available? So the thing that differentiates a trainer is that a trainer helps bring change, first by giving the knowledge and then making sure that this knowledge converts into action. And for this, a trainer needs to animate the way he conducts the session. So in a session, he's not just giving information, he's not just giving knowledge, but he's making sure that this knowledge, this information percolates, is imbibed in the trainees. So for this, he needs to have a very strong toolkit. Now, what is a toolkit? Now, toolkit, for example, many of us must have experienced a technician coming to our house and he just carries a bag, which is his tool. Now, he's not sure which tool will he use, so he carries the entire bag with him. And when he sees the problem, he uses the specific tool to fix the problem.
Right.
Similarly, a trainer should have his toolkit ready. Now, what
Mm.
all things go into a toolkit? There are many things that go into a toolkit. For example, icebreakers, energizers, closing techniques, opening techniques, grouping techniques, facilitation techniques, engaging techniques, questioning techniques, uh, gamifications, uh, quizzes, puzzles, riddles, and n number of things. So this is, something that a trainer should look at. He should aim at building his toolkit, and when he understands that there is a particular need of a training, there is a particular pain area of a client, of a company, and then accordingly he develops his modules. And in order to animate his modules, he uses these tools from his toolkit. So this is one thing a trainer needs among many other things.
So, are there specific toolkits for specific industries, like for different level of participants?
Yes, say for example, if I'm to do a leadership program, if I'm to do a leadership program for a company, so the leadership program would now vary in its tone. Like a leadership program for a junior level, a junior executive is very different than a leadership program for middle level managers, which is again very different for senior managers or top management. So accordingly, I need to see which tools could I use in order to drive the message that I want to convey. So there are different tools. For example, if we look at games, there are different games that convey different messages. So this is drawn through the debrief that we do after conducting the activity. So first, when I make my module, I need to first understand the pain. When I know the pain area, now what all concepts do I need to use to address that pain? And the methodology that is used is concept, illustration, debrief, and action. So I know the concept that I want to teach. Now I match it. Okay, which activity do I have in my toolkit that I can conduct as an activity in my classroom? And when I conduct that activity, I ask the trainees what they have learned. And I draw the teachings, the learning from the trainees. I do not spoon feed. So this is also called as facilitation. So it is specifically for adult learners. It is not in like a teacher and a student relationship that is in a school. These are all adults. The company employees are adults. And therefore, we facilitate. We do not train. We facilitate. Yes, At times, we need to go in that training mode. We need to go in the mentoring mode. For most of the time, it is in the facilitation and coaching mode. So this is how we need to go as trainers conducting our, our trainings and our sessions.
Okay, wonderful. That's a wonderful answer that you've given. So now, equipped with a toolkit, understanding the audience, how do you think a trainer can turn training into a business?
Yes, that's a good question. So most of the trainers I see are very good at heart. As I mentioned, that is a basic quality that they need. But at times, good trainers are also broken. Broken because they're not able to monetize. They are not. So I always tell about the rickshaw model. How many wheels does the rickshaw have?
Three?
Three wheels, right?
Auto rickshaw, right?
Right, auto rickshaw. Yes. So it is
Auto.
a rickshaw model. So I speak about the three wheels that are the three P's. So it's not just enough to have passion. You also need to have purpose. What is that higher purpose? What is that bigger why that you are working for? What is that purpose in your life? And what is that passion that aligns with this purpose? Now, just having purpose, having passion is not enough. It should also convert into profit,
True.
which many trainers are not able to understand. They say, "Oh, I'm happy and I'm enjoying my work." But this passion, when it does not monetize, is okay for some time, maybe 3 months, 5 months, 6 months. But there is a time in life when you have higher responsibilities, you have financial responsibilities, and then when you're not able to fulfill that, this passion suddenly converts into the fourth P, and that is poison. So, in order to take this as a business, I need to form a team. I cannot work solo. So if I say business, business is not done by an individual, then I'm only self-employed. I'm just self-employed. So I'm only self-employed. And therefore, I need to have a team that will support me in my trainings. So forming a team is very important. I need to understand of, also being as a training partner to organizations. So let's take it very practically. For example, if I get 3 assignments in a day, can I do all those three? Can I be present at all 3 locations? No, right? So therefore, I need to, have people. I need to have people, trainers who are wearing different hats. So I take the trainings which I am good at, and I give the trainings which, the other trainers are wearing other hats, give these trainings to them. So that is what looking at training as a business. Now, when I say that, a trainer should also look at, having multiple sources of income, not only just relying on corporate trainings. So I always suggest trainers to also, look at generating passive sources of incomes as a trainer. For example, they can upload a course in Udemy. It's a passive source of income. They can write a book. That is a passive source of income. They can, what do you say, go as influencers. They can create a fan following on social media platforms, which can monetize. So there are so many ways that training could also be looked at as a business. And these things, what I mentioned about having their, courses on Udemy, having their online courses on their website, having a book, also helps them build their credibility. It adds to their credentials. So this is how training, there is a lot that we can speak on looking at training as a business. So, and training is one of the fastest growing industry. It's a
Yes,
billion-dollar industry.
absolutely. Well said, Elvis. So now coming to IAAM, that is your baby. So
Mhm.
can you tell me what is a vision behind IAAM?
So I am basically once one of the trainer told me, Elvis, you're so selfish. You are so, self-obsessed. You have named your company as no, it's all about me. So I had to tell him, let me explain. The me here is not me. The
Mhm.
me here is the trainee.
Mhm.
The me
Okay.
here is the person who is undergoing that training. Because the reason for this name is actually I took a very long time when I started IAM. It took me almost 2 months to, finalize the name of the company.
Okay.
I would not suggest new budding trainers or anyone looking at business as a trainer not to waste so much of time into just not deciding the name. But I wanted it to resonate with my beliefs, with my values. And so IAAM, the full form, it's all about me, is at times in life when something goes wrong, when things are not working right, we try to blame, we try to project on things that are external, which is a victim attitude.
True.
So as a businessman, I can blame the market. Oh, the market is only not good. Oh, the product is only not good. Oh, the customers only don't want to pay money. The customers are bad. The customers are, miser. They don't want to shell out money. But this is a victim attitude. So it's all about me is starting from myself. I need to look at myself that where am I going wrong if I'm not getting the desired output. Now, this applies everywhere, not just into professional life, also personal life. If a relationship is going wrong, where am I responsible? How can I correct myself rather than correcting and trying to change the other person?
True.
So it's all about me is taking the onus. It is taking the ownership. And that is what, as trainers, we need to bring this attitude on the table. First, beginning with ourselves. As trainers, we first need to walk that talk. And therefore, the name is IAAM. It's all about me.
Absolutely. That's beautifully said, Elvis. I have heard lots of people always ready to point a finger at the others, blaming others for their own problems, blaming others because they cannot come up. And this is, you put it very beautifully. And I think your company is very aptly named. And I see that the motto of your company is we just don't serve, we empower. So I really see that you are taking it to another level. But talking about the other next level, I I noticed that within the last few weeks, you jumped from zero to almost 600 trainers on a WhatsApp group family. How
True,
did you
true.
manage to do that? And what inspired you?
Basically, I never targeted of, having 600 trainers in the group, which was actually a record. In maybe just a matter of 1 week, we went from just 50 trainers in that group to almost 575 now exactly. It's
Almost, yeah.
575 trainers globally. And now we have chapter in each state almost, trainers
Mhm.
from each state. So the idea and the motivation behind it was, Agnes, to very, being very direct and being very frank is, I as a trainer have experienced that, you know, there are many trainers who have that passion that we spoke about. They have that passion, but somewhere uh, they're not having that money to get that credentials or to do a course. And even if they do that course, and these courses are, the fees are very high in the market. They're promised that, they will be getting an hand holding after the course. They will be put into a community where they will get the support. But what even I have undergone such courses. And what I realize is that after the course, I'm left abandoned. I'm all by myself. I'm not able to monetize. I have paid high fees. Yes, and now I'm put into a community of that particular institute, and then I keep on getting their flyers of their next course, and now again I'm tempted to do another course. And the fact reality is that I don't have money, but now again I'm thinking of investing. From where do I bring that money? And I'm not getting any opportunities in the market. So this was the motivation. This was, the seed to begin this group of IAM trainers. And we are doing it totally free of cost. We are not charging the trainers. And there are many resource persons. Like in this 10 days, we had Asif, who is known for his outbound trainings. He's known for his team building trainings. We had Sanjay sir, who is, a very big name in the training industry. He came in as a resource person, and we had many other resource persons who were, experts in their own field. And these 10 days were very rich, very rich. I would, any trainer who is watching this right now live on YouTube, I would recommend you, the link of this playlist of the 10 days will be put in the description. Kindly go through that 10 days. Kindly go through that 10 days. So, Agnes, this was the 10 days magic that we started, and it received a huge response. It received a huge response. Now, this was a proof of concept. Why so many people came in? Because it really was the need. It was not just my own, hallucination, or my own belief, or my own, guesswork. It was actually the need of the hour, and therefore so many trainers jumped in into the group, and it was fabulous. The value addition that happened, the learnings that took place were all based on practical experience. It was not some theoretical teaching given, some Kirkpatrick model and this model and that model. No, it was all based on the trainers' experiences that they face on ground reality when they go for trainings.
Actually, I mean, I appreciate you and I agree with you because I also participated in your 10 Magic Days sessions online. And I must say, it was totally amazing. The interaction between, selfless interaction between trainers, ready to help out, mentor each other, was humongous. It was phenomenal, I must say that. And being a trainer myself, even I was stuck in this rut after upskilling myself. What next? You know, thinking and planning, I'll do this, I'll approach a client like this, but not knowing what to do. And slowly, what happens to the trainer? They start getting
True,
demotivated.
true.
But you have actually stretched out your hands and held everyone, and you've shown them the path. So, all the very best for this, Elvis. And
So
I'm
just
sure.
one more thing, Agnes, like this group is not just only to upskill. I understand just upskilling से घर नहीं चलता.
Mhm.
After upskilling, we need to monetize. As I spoke about the three P's:
Yes.
purpose, passion, and profit.
Mhm.
So we will be looking at opportunities. Each trainer here in this group will work not just as a trainer, but will look at training as a business. I want each of the trainer in this group to be a business owner. Go meet the business heads, meet the deans, meet the CEOs, and bring business for themselves. And if they are not expertise, they do not have the expertise in it, give that opportunity to other trainers who are in this group. So each one will be hunting for the other.
This is wonderful. So there is a huge, big, platform of networking that you have set moving. So everyone will be able to train. So tell me, is it only about training, or you have any other value-added services involved in IAAM?
See, IAM primarily is a training firm, but I also have other services like I help businesses bring high ticket clients, and that is done through a funnel, an ebook funnel or a webinar funnel, which is a technology that is used through Facebook ads. And there is my technical team that works on it. The second service I have of bookmaking, I also help any people if they want to become authors, they are not able to figure out how to go about. Everyone wishes to be an author, write a book one day, and it's a matter of pride. Like, oh, I'm the author of this book, so uh, everyone wants to be an author. So that is my other service. I also help trainers with props if they want to buy some props for their outbound trainings. So they are also helped with these props. And the other services are like of website building. A trainer should have a website, because if a client asks him that, show me what do you do. So gone are the days when you would carry a brochure and show them, oh, see, look, these are the photos and these are pics. So you just give them, this is my website, www.iam.in. That's it. They just visit. They have all your details in front of their eyes on their screen. So these are the services I also provide. IAM provides, and I have my technical team that works on each of these services.
That's wonderful to know. So now that you're talking about your services, Can you recall any one single incident where you helped a trainer, that trainer came back to you and told you about how fruitful it was using your, techniques or props, or some incident where you yourself used it and demonstrated it with a client of yours? A very memorable event.
Yes, we have helped a lot of clients, and I have, there are some trainers who come along with me for the trainings, and they experience how the props are used. So it's a learning experience for them. It is, learning by seeing, not just by reading. So I'm open for trainers to come along with me and experience how to conduct the trainings, because I understand that when we are budding trainers, right? So it is not just important to have the skill. It is not just important to have these toolkits, but as a trainer, I need to be very adaptable when I'm training. Because there are at times when I go with a lot of slides, but I do not use even a single slide. Because when I go in the classroom, I sense a completely different atmosphere. So what I built a module when sitting in my room, but when I go in the classroom, I find that the trainees are a complete different breed of audience. And when the conversation starts, I need to go by the flow. I cannot be rigid that, okay, this is my content I have prepared and now I must deliver this. No, I need to be very adaptable. So yes, I had many trainers who, saw this, and it was like wow, it was an eye opener for them. And many clients have given me repeat business because they have seen tangible changes in their output. Just recently, I'm doing a training for a software company, and this is the seventh batch that I'm running for them. Now, repeat business is simply a proof of concept that you are delivering results, or else no one would call you again.
Great, Elvis. So, guys, if you are looking to shadow Elvis or to get in touch with him, the link is at the bottom. Please click on that and get in touch with Elvis. You will get a world of experience. Now, the next thing, I hear
Mhm.
about training with the twist, fun learning weekend. What is that, Elvis?
Yeah, so that is an event that is coming up very soon, and I would be having offline events in practically every major city of India.
Mhm.
So this is the first of its kind event that is happening at Solar Vines, that is on August 17th and 18th. And training with a twist, because it's going to be 2 days of gathering of all trainers across India. And on the first day, we would be having a day of learning, wherein I would be sharing some of my activities, best of the best activities that they could conduct for different modules like team building, communication, leadership, and they can use it for many other things. We have resource persons like Anirudh, who is a Udemy expert. He's coming all the way from Nagpur. So Mr. Anirudh has uploaded many of his courses on Udemy and made a good money out of it. So he's going to come in to guide the trainers, like what we spoke of, right?
Yeah.
Looking training as a business, developing your own multiple sources of income, passive incomes. So Udemy is one of those. So he's going to come to guide, and we have Asif also who is planning. He is not yet confirmed, but Asif and many other trainers are coming in. We have image consultants coming in to coach the trainers how they need to carry themselves in the classroom, how they need to dress, how they need to groom. And apart from this, we have some flute musicians coming who are featured on NDTV to just entertain, like a refresher. And so on the same day, we are coming back to, the city center mall in Nasik, a late night movie, food at the food court, the next day to the waterfalls. So all these things are involved, and therefore I have titled it as Training with a Twist. And I'm very excited for that. It's happening on the August 17th and 18th. We still have a few seats remaining, maybe last 10 to 15 seats.
Okay, great. So is there a link or is there a QR code or something that you're floating around?
Definitely, definitely. There is a link. Actually, we have created a separate WhatsApp group for
Mhm,
all those who are coming for this event.
mhm.
And the link for that group will be in the description. So anyone who would like to join, they can get the further details in that group.
Absolutely. That sounds really interesting and a lot of fun. Guys, what more to let your hair down in a non-formal, informal environment and mingle with your friends, each other, especially training buddies. And I believe family is also invited.
Yes, yes. Even the family, since it's a long weekend, many trainers said, like, Elvis, it's 15th August, and then, Saturday, Sunday, how can we leave our spouses and children alone? So I said, bring them along. It's going to be a trainers' families fellowship.
This is a huge IAM family fellowship meet, right? With a whole lot
True.
of fun. Okay, so it was wonderful listening to you, Elvis, about your 10-day Magic Day program and your training with a twist. It's all phenomenal. Now, are there any final words of advice that you would like to give all the trainers, especially the trainers who are aspiring to make it a business for themselves?
Uh, First of all, I would like to tell trainers that, uh, they need to have that, first of all, the quality of serving, and not just looking at the profit will definitely come, the money will definitely come, but they first need to, have that attitude of serving. Like whenever they go to the client is not a profit making machine for them, but a person who needs help, a category of people who need help. And therefore, this attitude of service is that origin for them to become a great trainer. Because only with this attitude, they will focus more on service and not just on the profit. Profit is just the end, service is the means. So when they go to a client, the focus needs to be on the person and the pain that the person is having. And here they need to be like a doctor. They need to be like a parent. How do I take this person out of this problem? How do I need to take this person out of this pain? And for this, then begins their next phase, that is to develop a module. And then the third phase to deliver it effectively. And then the fourth phase to evaluate the effectiveness of that training, which can be done through n number of ways, by follow-ups, by meeting the client, to begin with, to do the TNA, and so much of stuff. So this is what budding trainers need to keep in mind.
So, are you planning some module to help the budding trainers, because many of them are very skeptical, even though they study all this in the course,
All
they are
right.
still shaky and jittery about it. So,
So the group which I said, the IAM group, the
mhm,
basic purpose of forming that group is this. It is mostly not for established trainers and all. It is for the budding trainers.
mhm,
Budding trainers who are at times are getting
okay,
exploited by training institutes
mhm,
where they shell out their money and still they're not able to monetize. And the second purpose is again exploitation of new trainers, fresh trainers who are exploited by training agencies, because I have experienced this. I have seen training agencies paying peanuts, trainers, traveling like a cattle in the public transport, living in a substandard accommodation, training from morning till evening 8 hours, and then getting a very, getting peanuts for it. Whereas if they could have done this training by themselves, okay, they would have been paid 30x times more. So the basic intention of forming this group is for budding trainers. So I would encourage and invite aspirant trainers and the trainers who are new in the industry to come in this group. Though we have completed the 10 days, it's already available on YouTube. Please go. You will be amazed. You will be amazed at the learning in these 10 days. And secondly, we will be having an upskilling 3 days every month, every first Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So this journey has not stopped with the 10 days. It has just begun. Every month, 3 days, we are having upskilling days. Not just that, we are also having upskilling. We will be having resource persons coming and giving a session every Tuesday.
okay.
Every Tuesday. And this group, we are the managing committee, we have a very strong managing committee in this group, which is
Mhm.
protecting these trainers from, getting chased by these resource persons, or, forming another group and then capturing their email IDs and then following up with them. So it's
Mhm.
going to be purely upskill.
Oh, that's
Fourthly,
wonderful.
it does not stop here. Fourthly,
Okay,
many
okay.
budding trainers are not confident, are nervous of
Mm.
doing corporate trainings. They're very safe doing training for schools or colleges, but they're afraid of corporate trainings because here they're professional employees and they're nervous. So join this group, come and test your module. Deliver your training to these trainers here, the 575 trainers, and these trainers will give you feedback. They will tell you what all more needs to be added into your module. Say, for example, if it is sales, oh, the spin module is missing. Why don't you add that? Oh, this won't work. Why don't you delete that? So this is the fourth thing that will happen. And we are not stopping even here. The fifth thing, which I already mentioned, we will be working on getting you clients. And
Wow.
all this for zero, zero money.
That is exceptional, Elvis. You're doing a great service to all the trainers. So let me quickly repeat. So what you're saying is for the next 1 year, every month, the first Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you're going to have an open program. And on Tuesdays, you're going to call an expert who can advise. And it's also an open invitation to all the trainers to come and use this platform to do a demo training, okay, so that you can get advice from other co-trainers. This is absolutely wonderful, Elvis, and I wish you all the very best in your journey. And with all, I'm sure you have a team also along with you
We
who.
have a team which is very strong. The managing committee. I would not like to take the name because there are many of those. There are 12. So if I take the names of some, the others may feel offended. There are 12, and they are working day and night. They have streamlined the entire group. The posting hours are only from morning 8 to 10 and then evening 7 to 9. So do not be worried. You won't be bombarded with a lot of posts. There are posting hours, and even the upskill that we mentioned is going to happen once a week. Demo that a trainer can give again once a week. So everything is streamlined and we are still evolving.
Absolutely. And guys, the time for this streaming is at 7 p.m. on the first 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of every month for the next 1 year. Please make the most of it. Okay, empower yourself because you deserve it. Right? So, Elvis, thank you so much for your time and this wonderful talk that we had. And we have come to know a lot more about you, your aspirations, your dreams for all of us trainers in this corporate world. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Agnes, for conducting such a wonderful interview, and wonderful. It was nice talking to you.